Another Wednesday, another day, and they all want to play. Welcome to Fresh Poetry. Or should I say poetry? But it don't matter because, we back in the building. That's what it is. I am Harlem Fresh 125. And we also got Miss J.Marie Poetry. And this is the Fresh Poetry Show on relationships, real talk, situations, and all that other good shit. Let's get a round of applause. Oh, yes. We are back. Let's come from behind the scenes and give the people what they want. Yes! What's up, people? Did you miss us? It's only been a week. Why act like that? I see you every Wednesday. J.Marie, where you at, yo?
What's going on, everybody? J.Marie Poetry here. How y'all doing? How you doing, Fresh?
More money, less problems. Scared money don't make money as long as you're doing the math. Scared money don't make money, but smart money lasts long as long as you're doing the math right. Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Either way it goes, it works. It works.
So we back at it again. Last Wednesday we had a nice discussion, nice topic of conversation and everything going on. Everything was copacetic. And we back at it again. And I know you like to come to the table with a couple of scenarios that the viewers talk to you about on Twitter, or they submit through email, or they may holler at you on Facebook. But what we bring it to the table today for me to go ahead and conquer?
So, we're going to bring to the table when it's time to throw in the motherfucking towel. When you're in a relationship. When it's time to throw in the motherfucking towel. Yes. There's a time and there's a place. And it comes.
Hold on. Let me ask this question, though. Who's more likely to throw in the towel first? The man or the female? Hold that thought right there. I think we got a special guest calling up for the first time to the Fresh Poetry Show. Let me see who this is.
Have?
You never know who stops by, who calls up. We here. We for the people. Let me see what we got right here. Special guest, you're on the line on the Fresh Poetry Show with J.Marie Poetry and Harlem Fresh 125. Please state your name.
Devin.
Hey, Devin. What's good, Devin? Baby? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you guys?
We good.
Doing good.
Welcome to the show. We about to we just announced what one of the topics were today.
We did.
And,
perfect timing.
Let J.Marie go ahead and say the topic again so you can get in on the discussion today. You got
the topic,
this, right?
Yeah. So the topic, Devin, is when is it time, or when it's time to throw in the towel? It comes a time in a relationship, it reaches its ending. So we're talking about that today. So when it's time to throw in the motherfucking towel.
All right, I'm ready for that.
Okay.
You ready?
And I also pose the question, who's more likely to throw in the towel first, the man or the female? I need to know. I like to debate. But go ahead and set it off.
Okay, Devin. What do you say? Who is more likely? Let me ask that.
I think a woman is more likely. So I'm speaking for myself. I would throw in the towel.
So when would it be time for you to throw in your towel? What would cause you to throw in your towel? Let's talk about that.
When I'm feeling like it's not going anywhere, we're not evolving, we're kind of not aligned anymore. There's no communication like it used to be. Because usually when people stop communicating with you, there's something different. So instead of being embarrassed and hurt, I would definitely throw in the towel and be like, let's just be friends. Let's just take a moment to just see where we are in life.
Okay.
It's a good point of view. I would say from my experience, I'm one to throw in the towel first, but not after a fight. And I'm talking about a fight to make it work. So I'm one to throw in the towel after, I've kind of exhausted all possibilities. I don't give up easily, I guess you'd say. Maybe that's a bad thing. I don't know.
Man, fuck all that, yo. Man,
I'm just saying.
None of that. I'll tell you like this, yo. I throw in the towel when I get tired.
Yeah, but
if I get
after
tired
a fight, right?
If I get tired of seeing you, if I get tired of you just being annoying, it's just time for if I can't stand your existence, your presence, the sight of you, it's time to throw in the towel, B. It's time for you to hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more. You heard it, Harlem Fresh. I'm not gonna play. Get the fuck up out of here. Kick rid of the docs. You heard?
Okay.
Wow.
Right. The extra sauce on it, girl.
That's right.
This is
saucy.
the
Where's
shit.
my double cup at? Let's get it.
This is the shit right here. This is what I'm talking about. Okay, so the extra.
So hold on though. What would cause me to throw in the towel though? The things that I named, annoyance. Alright, let me be for real. All jokes aside, throwing in the towel for me is like, yo, if it ain't fun no more, then it ain't no sense of us chilling. If I don't really communicate with you and you don't communicate with me, there's no sense of us really trying to chill anymore. If it's just not fun no more, because a relationship is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be somewhat enticing. You're supposed to be exciting. You're supposed to catch people by surprise, off guard. But if you had that at the beginning, but you don't know how to maintain it, then it's like, this ain't fun no more. So I don't want to do this no more. So I'm going to just throw in the towel and gracefully bow out.
Yeah, but relationships about work. I guess for me, it takes a lot to throw in the towel. Well, but you say fun like there's no opposition.
I make my job fun. My real life job, I make that shit fun.
Times where
so a relationship could be fun. It's work, but it could be fun. Because it doesn't have to seem like it's agonizing work to where you're doing it just to get $1 or you're doing it just to please or satisfy somebody else.
Well, I think you're doing it for the wrong reasons. Yeah, if you're doing it for the wrong reasons, it's going to be begrudged.
Right. So
everything you do.
Everybody likes fun.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, but I think that takes the reality out of it though. Like, relationships should be fun. Yes.
Hold that thought. We got another special caller. They calling up tonight on Fresh Poetry.
Okay.
Let me get them up in the house. Let me see what we got going on.
Who we got?
Let me see who we got here. Salute, welcome to the Fresh Poetry Show. You're live on with Harlem Fresh 125 and J.Marie Poetry. Please state your name so the guests and the fans can know who you are.
Madame.
Miss Madame, what's good, baby? How you doing?
I'm well. How are you, Harlem?
I'm good. I'm chilling. You know, we just live talking relationships and real life situations and scenarios. And I'm glad you called up. We got the lovely Devin on the line. We got the lovely Madame on the line. The lovely J.Marie Poetry on the line. And me, I'm just a nigga from Harlem World, USA. But we here, baby. Let's get it. Now, Madame, since you joined the show, I want to let you know what the topic is. The first topic is, when is it time to throw in the towel for your relationship?
Okay. You want me to respond?
Yes, please. That's what we doing, baby.
Okay, so I guess when you realize it's not worth fighting for anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what would be that turning point to where you feel like this ain't worth fighting no more?
Well, we're not communicating. We're not communicating anymore. And if I feel like, the bad has outweighed the good, then there's no reason for us to do this anymore. It's time for me to go ahead and move on. It's part of our ways.
Okay. Now, would you be willing to put up a fight for the relationship at first? Or would you feel like, nah, we just ain't doing this?
Well, I have a few deal breakers, so it just depends. I mean, if you have, if you didn't cross the line, it just depends on what you've done, and that would determine whether I'm going to fight or not.
Okay.
Some things I just feel like it's a deal breaker.
Okay. So I guess it just depends on how much time and how devoted you are in that relationship before you feel like, nah, this ain't worth it. But if you really put in the time and the effort, then you might like, hold on. Let's see if we could figure a few things out first. Is that the situation?
Agreed.
Okay. Okay. J.Marie, what do you think about
one of
this
the things?
assessment?
Well, then I was going to say one of the things I think women maybe get the rap for being the ones that throw in the towel first, but I don't think that goes the same mentally. Like mentally, we'll leave a relationship once we're done. Mentally, we leave first because it's the emotional side of it that kicks in. Then when we physically leave, we've mentally left months ago. It's
That's
just
right.
now the physical manifestation of us rolling out. So
That's right.
we stay and fight longer. It just looks like we up and left, but no, nothing came out of thin air. It's been there. So that's one of the things women do differently than guys.
See, but my main point was people got to keep it fun. Like, if it's not fun no more, like, what are we doing? Like, I understand it's a time and place for everything, but everything don't have to seem like it's just agonizing or painful. Like, it can just be fun, though. Like, if you know how to put a smile on somebody's face and make them happy and they can have a good morning and be up in their spirits, why not enlighten them with that? Know what I mean? Even if it's a simple, hello, baby, what's good? How you? Know what I mean? I see you. You wearing that. Let's go. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's the simple shit that mean the most, but a lot of people be absent-minded to it. I don't know. Am I wrong?
No.
Shit.
I agree with that, too. To a certain extent, I agree with that, too. I do. I really agree with her though, because mentally we do leave first. So when the physical happens, it's like I've already been tried. I've exuded every option I had for this relationship, but that it wasn't worth fighting for anymore. So this was the last resort. I agree with that.
Okay, no doubt. I mean, hey, it is what it is. Sometimes that. As I say, sometimes from a man perspective, it's like, for us, it's like, like when it's just, I guess when somebody just becomes annoying to you and you just don't, like, everything sounds like a nag or something. It's like, yo, what are you talking about right now? Do you hear yourself what you're saying to me right now? Do that make sense what you're saying? And then when it seems like it's petty and I ain't got nothing to do with it, it's like, oh my God, you wilding right now. You really bugging. You off the rocker. What we doing? I mean, don't get mad at me because I don't want to lower my thought process to what kind of bullshit you talking about. And 9 times out of 10, it be about something that ain't even got nothing to do about nothing. But it's just an issue. It's always an issue. Why is there always an issue? I understand that females need an open ear and they need somebody to talk to sometimes, and they don't always want to talk to a female. They want to talk to a dude or something that understands so they can get a genuine perspective. But it's like, sometimes, shorty, you got to fall back and really think about the situation because you might be making it more than what it is. Because we all have options in life, yes. If somebody does something and you feel like that's violation, fuck it, turn the switch off. And be like, yo, I'm still me before you. I'm me during you, and I'm going to be me after you. So what's poppin'?
That's right.
I mean, that's just me, though. I can't speak. I'm speaking from Harlem perspective of a dude. The ladies is on the show. The ladies run the show tonight. I'm just an innocent bystander. Don't hurt my baby. It's my baby. But go ahead, y'all. Go ahead and chop it up. Go ahead and talk. Talk that shit.
Ladies, what do y'all say on that?
Well, more annoying, the man or the female?
I think the women are more annoying because I don't think typically like a woman. Like I kind of relate to men a little bit more, and I know when he needs his space and I need my space. Some things we take out of content, and when it comes down to like me being a female, if I have more male friends, I feel like those are my true friends and I can go to them and talk to them versus if you're a female who don't really have a lot of friends, but you have this one guy.
Hold up, Devin. Somebody's phone is too loud. Somebody please turn their volume down, or if you got us on speaker, use your headset, please. Because I don't want the echo to go back. We live on YouTube. Go ahead, though, Devin. Go ahead.
What was I saying?
You think from a man perspective more than the female. You feel like the female can be more annoying. Go ahead.
Yeah, because I have dated both men.
Say it one more time. One more time.
I I have dated both men and women. And when you're dealing with women, they're a little bit more emotional. So they more clingy toward you. With guys, they're more laid back. And they can go hang out and play Xbox or go do their thing. For me, I like to be in a relationship, but I like to have my space as well. Like, I don't need you all in my face all the time. And so I feel like if I'm dating someone, I need you to have a life, because if you're all about me, then it's just not going to work, because I can give you the time that I have. I can't give you all of my time. I don't want to be in your face every day, but I do want to have that companion. I know it sounds weird from a woman saying this, but I feel like I can have a relationship with you and live my life and have a good time and don't have to be all up under you all the time. Like, I don't want to be that committed.
Devin, hold up. I got to bust a shot for that. Excuse me. Do not smother the other person. Do not. I had to bust a shot. I normally wouldn't bust a shot during Fresh Poetry, but I had to bust a shot for that assessment. Do not smother me. Hold on. Before we move forward, can we key on space? How important is space in a relationship? Please continue, Devin.
Much needed space, because I feel like you're crowding my environment. And I'm a mother too. So I have an 8-year-old I have to tend to, and then I have a grown man in my life as well. So I don't need you to be like in my face all the time.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
So like, and that's a turn. And honestly, for real, it's a turn off for most guys, so they feel like I should be chasing them. But I don't have the time to chase you. So we established that we're going to talk and be committed. Let's do that, but I don't need you all in my face every 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to call me 20 times a day. You can call me one time, and if I miss your phone call, I just miss your phone call. I will call you back when I have time. And a lot of guys don't know how to react to that, because they're used to women chasing them all the time or bothering them.
No, Madame, how important is space in a relationship to you?
You said, what? I'm sorry, what did you say?
How important is space in a relationship to you? Space, having space.
Very. I am naturally a homebody. And I function better when I'm an introvert. I literally function better when I have time to myself to think, to recoup. And I feel like I work best, and I'm at my best when I'm alone. And then that way I can give more to my significant other, because I've had time to, revise myself and look into myself better, so I could be better. Even if it's just for a moment, I feel like I need a moment. I don't really like to do all the extra stuff all day.
I love that. J.Marie, what's your thoughts on those assessments?
I couldn't have said it better myself. I'm also a homebody, but I appreciate my personal space, and I like to give him personal space. But when I feel like he can't respect my personal time or personal space, and it's always got to be about what he wants to do or where he wants to go and all that kind of thing, then it becomes that whole part where you're ready to throw the towel in, because now they're annoying. Now it's like, I can't do anything without your motherfucking ass. I can't go anywhere. I can't be anybody. If I go out with homegirls, it got to be like a double date thing. Clearly, I'm speaking from some experience, but I'm just saying, like,
that's right.
Fucking uncalled for. And it doesn't mean that you're cheating or that you're trying to have space to deal with somebody else. It's like, no, I need to motherfucking breathe. No pun intended, definitely during this. But yeah, I need to breathe.
That's a fact.
Leave me the fuck alone. Let me.
My thought process on it is space is highly important. From a man's perspective, I like space, because if you give me space, that'll give me time to miss you. If I'm in your face or you in my face 24/7, it's like, yo, don't you want to go shopping or something, B? Ain't there no L.I.s on the side? Don't you want to watch the stories? Matter of fact, go watch Love and Hip Hop. But yo, give me like 10 feet of space for like a couple of hours, B. And then I'm going to come back and function and be like, hey, baby, I ain't seen you all day. What's Poppington? Know what I mean? Come give me a kiss. Give me a hug. Where you been at? You heard? Because it ain't like it's an issue with trust or anything. Because if I rock with you, I rock with you. I ain't got no reason to not trust you. I fuck with you. But do you, I'm going to do me. And we're not saying like on some, I'm going to go fuck with this person behind your back type shit. But hang out with your peoples. I'm going to hang out with my peoples. Then we going to get up to each other. And then we can chop it up about what the fuck we seen and talked about all day.
Right. Yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah,
I think you gotta.
Nobody smothering me. Like, come on, back up something. Give me some elbow and fuck up out of here. You heard?
But I think you gotta. Yeah. I think you gotta address your. What is it? I don't know if you say your style of love language. I don't know what the hell that really is. But maybe just the way that you express yourself with. Personal time. I mean, like quality time with your mate and stuff like that. What you consider quality time and things like that. I think that has a lot to do with them and how they may feel disconnected or not. So you also got to address those issues, because when you're spending quality time with them, you're always divided even then. That can kind of cause a problem too, because now it's not personal space. Now it's more, you don't know how to put your shit down so you can focus on who you with. So, there's a side of that too.
Let me ask y'all this, because I think this was mentioned earlier, and I'm asking the ladies this on the show right now. Who do you, let me see. Because who wants to be chased? Like, let me see. I don't want to use the word chase, but it's like, let's say, you have an attractive female, right? There's an attractive female, know what I mean? And you a decent looking dude, know what I mean? And you notice that this attractive female gets hell of attention from a whole bunch of other Tom, Dick, and Harry ass niggas, know what I mean? But you never mind that. And you want to kind of talk to the girl and let her know, yo, I see you, baby, and the whole nine. But sometimes it deters you because she might think you just like the other dudes that's in her face 24/7. And to her knowledge, she probably, these weird ass niggas just trying to smash. But I'm not even on that. But you don't want her to think that you just like all these other niggas, because you're not even on that. It could be something just totally different. Like, yo, we could just vibe out and cool and be, know what I mean, just kicking and shit. Like, is that awkward or some shit like that, to where sometimes you don't even want to talk to a girl because you feel like, yo, she might think I'm just like all these other weird niggas that's sweating her, but it ain't even the case, because it ain't even that serious. Like, I don't know, sometimes I just get that vibe from like certain people. It's like, yo, you look good, you nice and the whole nine, but all these other weirdos is in your face. That ain't my style. I'm gonna fall back and I'll probably holler at you one-on-one. Is it more copacetic for the dude to like holler at you one-on-one while you by yourself, after all the other weirdos try to hound over a female or some shit? I don't know. Let me roll this blunt, then I'm gonna get back to that. Hold up.
I think you have to have a certain approach, and every person's approach is different.
Yes.
Some guys gonna approach you and they're only into you because of how you look. Mm-hmm. But if you approach a woman and you're into her intellect, like you're not looking at her physicality, you really want to get to know her, she will probably be more interested in you than these other losers out there, because you're asking her questions that matter to her. I feel like conversation is very important. And if I meet a dude and I see him and he's attractive, I always try to go into it as being friends, because I feel like if I'm friends with you, I'm going to get to know you a little bit better. And I'm not going to be looking at how you look. I mean, to me, looks don't mean anything to me, because you can date the finest person, they can be the creepiest person, but you can be a dude who's average and he's like wonderful. So like you have to like, the conversation is very important, how you approach a person, whether it's male or female, because these other people are not looking at this person the way you are. You're really into her. So if she's being approached by different people think she's sexy, she's hot, then you need to make sure your approach is not that in that angle.
Yeah, the total opposite. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I totally agree. Although I'm a woman, I like to feel wanted. I don't want to feel like it's just another dude who's I know what he wants, because I'm going to disconnect and I too will fall back. Like, I know what you want already, and I mean, you won't waste my time because I'm already on a mission, and I know what I want out of a guy. And if you think we're just going to be smashing, and I just feel like I'm too old for that now. I've got to the age where it's like I really know what I want, and you get used to the same old everybody trying to holler at you, everybody want to tell you this about the way you look, and nobody is really trying to challenge the way you think and, encourage you to look at yourself a little bit differently. Even though you already feel complete, you can always, a compliment. It's not about my body, but the way I approach the situation or the way I handle things, the way I speak. That is what gets, I feel like that is what would make you stand out. Okay, now he got my attention because he listens to me. He actually cares about the way, I do things and how I word, how I handle different situations, as opposed to like, oh, was she got a nice body, or she's beautiful, or this. You get tired of hearing that because I know what you want at the end of the day, and we're not gonna go there. That's how I feel about it.
No doubt. And to piggyback off that assessment right there, fellas, this is what I would like for y'all to stop doing. And pardon me, ladies, fellas, stop acting like you never seen titties and ass before, yo. Stop it. You know why? Because it's not very becoming of you. Every female on this planet has a set of titties and and an ass. It may be different shapes and sizes, different proportions, but they exist. So stop acting dumbfounded over titties and ass. Sometimes you just got to sit down and hold a decent conversation. It don't even matter about what it is, but it don't always have to be sexual. If it leads to that, then it will naturally progress to that, because that's what she wants to do with you. And she knows if she wants to do that with you at some point, but you fuck it up because all over your face is written titties and ass, titties and ass, titties and ass, titties and ass. Like, come on, my nigga, fall fuck back.
No, ass and titties,
ass and titties, ass and titties, ass and titties. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Fellas, if you're not a virgin, act like it. No?
Right. Yeah. It's so great.
My fault. I didn't mean to be too rude, lady. But back to y'all.
No,
we
that's
having fun.
Agreed.
This is Fresh
That's
Poetry.
Agreed.
We in the building. Harlem Fresh, J.Marie. We got the beautiful Madama in here, and we got the beautiful Devin. And yo, we just in the building lit. J.Marie, go ahead and set it off.
All right. So communication. I didn't know where he was going. I was like, shit. Communication. I think that's a big deal. That I think is a lost art form, really, when it comes to guys, when it comes to approaching women. They forget about that. They do get kind of caught up in some, your looks, or maybe the attention that you're getting or something like that, for whatever the reason. And they forget how to have a regular conversation. So the guys that are winning are the ones that have conversations and that actually pay attention to what the woman is talking about, but that has feedback. That's the key. That has valuable feedback, because a lot of guys will just be like, yeah, no, I'm a good listener. Bullshit. You don't listen to shit. And then when you ask what I asked you or what I just said, they can't repeat it. So it proves the point that, you got some that really play that game, and you got some that really understand that communication is a valuable tool when it comes to trying to build a rapport with, somebody you're interested in. That's a big fucking deal.
Now, let me put this on the table right quick, because I want everybody to learn from our show. Ladies, I need y'all, because this is the only way I and other gentlemen learn. When it comes to communication, do you prefer verbal or text?
Depends on who it is.
Verbal communication, like I call you, or I could text you, and that's good enough as communication as well. What do you prefer in a relationship?
I like verbal.
Oh, in a relationship, verbal. Yeah. I thought you were talking about initial interactions and stuff like that.
Because text messages can get misconstrued, correct?
Yeah.
Definitely.
And then they have those delivery options where you text me and I read it, but I didn't respond back. That can cause a problem. So, like, if you want me to respond to you, man, some people take that offensive.
Yeah. Word to my mother.
Yes, we do.
I didn't mean to cut your wisdom, but if a dude is getting uptight because he sent the female a text message and then she didn't respond, maybe she had something she had to do, or she'll get back to you when she can. That's
my point. That's my point, because, like, with iPhones, if you have an iPhone, you can, like, get a message and read it. It's delivered and read, and they can see that you read it. And then if you don't respond back to the question, they get offended and they start calling you like, well, I just text you, what's up? I mean, I'm busy, and once I get an opportunity to respond to you, I will. I don't have to respond to you right away because I have a cell phone. I'm from the age where we didn't have cell phones in high school. I'm from the 70s year, and, you rang the house phone, we didn't answer, you got the voicemail, right? So now
you didn't get a voicemail.
Well, you may got a little, what you call it, answer machine. But when you are now in this age where technology, they can go on social media and see that you're online, you're posting stuff, they get offended. Well, I just text you, ask you a question. When I get time, I will respond to you. It's not that deep because your question is not really that serious. If it's life or death, you can call me. And if I don't answer you, leave a message and I will call you back. I get tired of that. I mean,
who gets offended by that, females or males?
I get offended by it.
So why?
Me personally,
Why? Who said that? Madame or Devin?
Devin. Mm-hmm.
Devin, why do you get offended by it, but you don't want them to get offended when you do it?
Because I'm not that type of girl, or woman. If I text you and say good morning, you may not be up. You may be still asleep. You may be at work. When you respond to me, you're going to respond to me. But I get tired of the double standard. If you text me and I don't respond to you, but you saw I read it, now you ready to start calling and start an argument. It's 6 o'clock in the morning.
Oh,
I don't have time for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel you on that. You know the way to avoid that, ladies and gentlemen, those that are watching the show? Do what Harlem Fresh do. Turn your red receipts off. I mean, turn your red receipts off. Like, hold on. I don't turn my red receipts off on everybody because some people, I want them to know I got your message, you heard? But nah, just turn your red receipts off, and then they can't see if you read it or not. That's a fact, though. I'm just trying to help y'all out.
Yeah. Agree. I think I would prefer when I'm in a relationship, you can just, if it's important, you need to call me. Let me know what's up ahead of time while we're in person so that I already know what to expect. Because I can't lie, I do get kind of impatient because when I do reach out, if I call him, he knows that I'm calling for a reason. You need to pick up. And I know if we're together, I should know your schedule. And then that's just me. So when you're not available, I will give you time. Okay, maybe you were doing this or doing that, but ain't no hours going past you haven't responded or called back. Because at this point, you obviously want me to be texting somebody else. So clearly, somebody who's going to be available for me. And I'm just being honest. I mean, I feel like that's where a lot of relationships fail because somebody is feeling neglected. Like they're giving 100% and somebody's giving 50%. Or nobody is giving that wholeheartedly everything because because of the communication, the way we're wired, we all love and give love differently. And so I feel like in a relationship, you have to know your significant other. If you know you're dealing with a woman that, hey, if she does decide to reach out to me by text or phone, and that's really not her thing, she really likes to do the in-person thing, then I probably need to respond to this. Or, of course I understand sometimes it won't happen right away, but it should not be delayed for too long, because you know the kind of woman you're dealing with, and vice versa. I know if you reach out to me because I really don't like all that, I would rather you come see me or get over here instead of us texting or calling. Then I know that if he reaching out to me, I probably need to respond to him as soon as if I could, And if I neglect that, then clearly I don't want to be bothered. And that's what I'm going to take it as. Oh, he must don't want to be bothered. I guess there's something must be going on, because we should know each other, I guess. And I'm going to piggyback off of somebody spoke about the love language earlier. I actually read some of that book. And it's a bunch of key and a vital, very vital information in there. And this is one of the things, communication and how we communicate. You have to know your significant other. Because to somebody like Devin, it probably won't be, she probably don't care about it. I know when he get up, he gonna respond to me, or but I'm not that kind of person. When I text you, you need to be available, because I'm not going to text you all the time. You may get a text once a week from me. And so, look, babe, I need you to be there for me when I do respond. When I do text, I need you to respond, period.
So do you feel, I would like to ask everybody in the YouTube chat room, because I see y'all in there. Salute to everybody. I see y'all in there. They in there kind of deep too. Is it important to know if you're in a relationship with somebody, is it important to know their every move? Like you have to know their schedule, where they go at this time, and all the other stuff. You have to know their every move. Is it important?
That's crazy.
And I was in a relationship like that. Fuck no.
Because it's like, my nigga, do you have me under surveillance? Do I need to have a wiretap on? You want to put a tracker on my car? What are we doing?
Or they get the app on your phone? Yeah.
What are we doing?
I think some women think it's cute that they put do a location like where you are. Like, that's cute, whatever, but if I have to keep checking your location, I don't need to be with you.
Exactly.
To me, I don't need to be with you. I feel like sometimes when you, it's okay for my partner to go out and enjoy himself. I don't need to know where you are. I don't really care what you're doing as long as you respect me. But you can't, you can't control what they do when you're not around. But if you're dating the wrong person that is very aggressive and they like to know your every move, that's not a good relationship. It's kind of like it kind of comes off harassing, because if I go to have a drink with a friend and then we may go to a spot and chill out. Well, you told me you was going here. I don't need to have an argument about what I do with our life, because you don't live with me and I take care of myself. And when you say something like that, they get offended. So, I don't like sharing my location with my partners, because I feel like if you see me somewhere, I went somewhere once and you just happen to check in and I'm somewhere else, that becomes an argument. And I don't know about you, I'm 41. I really don't have time to be arguing with anybody about what I do with my life. So if I want to go out and have fun, you need to know. And I let them know straight off the bat. I go out, I have fun, I hang out with my friends. When I have time, I'll hang out with you too if I'm trying to build something with you. But if we're in the beginning stages of getting to know each other, I don't need you texting me, where you at? Why you didn't call me back? What's up? This, I don't need that, because I have a lot of other things going on in my life than worried about why you worried about where I'm at. So the location checks, I hate that. Oh my God. Who came up with that?
I think that's borderline insanity, imprisonment. Like, what are we talking about? Like, yeah, you on parole or some shit, nigga. You gotta, nah, we ain't doing that. We just ain't doing that. I'm not doing that. It's like, I'll be like, yo, I'm about to go here, big. I'll be back. If you need something, hit me. It's nothing. You know what I mean?
That's right.
But I'm not to be like, yo, I'm about to go here, and then, yo, I'm about to go here now, and then, yo, we gonna go over here later on. Nah. We're not doing that.
Right. No, I was gonna say, with your mate, nowadays I say it is good to kind of check in just generally. I mean, now it is so much going on. It's just, teach their own. And it also depends on what your relationship is at that time. That's something that's normally done, and that's something you normally do. That's fine. But to excessively be checking in every single move you make, nah. And I've been there. This shit is not.
That's not wavy. That's not wavy. You're not doing that.
Nah.
Let me ask you something though. Let's say you're single for quite some time and you comfortable with being by yourself and living by yourself, right? And I wanted to know, how hard is it to get into a relationship again and like coexist with somebody, but you used to and being in your own house, doing your own thing? Now, I mean, like, how hard is that to do at the beginning? Can y'all ladies speak on that?
I'm in this situation now. It's a challenge because all you're thinking about is, well, for myself is, I've been so used to coming and going as I please. I'm used to sleeping by myself. I'm not answering to nobody. I don't have to worry about what you're doing or what I just feel free, but at the same time, I want that companionship. And I think about it, having somebody in the house with you where it's a lot. For me, it's like, I don't know, I want to do it, but it's like, I don't know how to get back. I don't even know how to get back there, how to get to that place. Mm-hmm. So I guess not. So I ask you, how do we get back to that place?
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Like,
as a man, how do a woman get back to that place?
Because it's like, once you set in your own ways, it's like, yo, I don't need to do this shit. I could do all this shit by myself. I don't care. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know, dog. Because it's like the slightest thing to tick you off, and you could be like, yo, 2 words, I'm gone. Like, come on, big, what we doing? I don't know. Devin, from your perspective, if you by yourself and you live by yourself, but all of a sudden you get into a relationship again, and then y'all decide to move in with each other, is that hard from your perspective? Speak on
so like, I'm kind of like in a long distance relationship for about 5 years, so I'm used to being by myself. Like, I had a daughter who's 8. Her and her father, we broke up, but we're really good friends. We communicate. But then I'm dating someone who lives in another state. And when he comes to visit, and I joke about this all the time, it's annoying because I'm not used to that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I like my privacy. I live alone. I take care of myself and my daughter. So here you got someone he's very nice to me, but when you're here, it's cool, couple of days, you need to go home. Because I'm so used to like, I joke with my friend, like, I cannot deal with this. Because I'm not used to being with somebody who really, I've never experienced that. Like, my parents have been married 50 years. I would never probably ever see that. But when you're, you never know what God can do, but I'm just saying, I never probably ever see that. But I can't see myself now getting in a relationship with somebody who wants to move in and start a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm so used to being alone. Mm-hmm. And
so the in-house thing just ain't for you.
It could be. Maybe when I get older and, I learn to be able to trust again. I barely have feelings, so it's kind of hard for me to really care for someone because I'm scared that you're going to come in and ruin everything I worked hard for. Mm-hmm. And So when someone tries to come in your life, and I mean, I don't think I'm an ugly person. I think I'm a very beautiful person. But when you see men that are really actively trying to be with you, it scares me because what is your agenda? Are you just trying to move in on me because you see that I am trying to do something with my life? Do you really care about me? So I kind of like to date someone. They have their own place. I have my own place. When we get together, we're together. When we go out to eat, we go out to eat. But as far as living with somebody, that is something I am totally not prepared for. And I would never invite someone to come live with me, especially having a child in these days and times. But yeah, that's scary to me when somebody get really into you and they trying to rush it. Oh, we should move in together. We could really be a power couple. No, we cannot.
We're not
That's
doing
too
that.
soon.
Pump the brakes.
We're
Pump
not
the brakes, baby. Pump the brakes. Oh, shit.
I agree. I'm definitely over that piece of life, and I've done that a few times. Nah, I appreciate when he has his own shit, and I have my own shit. We come together, do what we do, and then we go back home, or we spend the night or something. But a couple days, just like you said, like 3 days. Take your ass on back home. Don't start leaving shit over here neither, because now you trying to like slowly let shit. As soon as the PlayStation or the Xbox or something get there, then niggas like all of a sudden living with it. That's how fast it happens. Watch the game come over. It's a motherfucking wrap. Now he gonna be having his mail coming to your fucking house, his GameStop, whatever, every fucking thing.
Other bitches.
Yeah.
Oh man. That sounds. Oh man.
No comment. I didn't catch that when I was like,
But hey, let me ask y'all this.
Not other bitches.
Let me take it to the men's side of things. I think I don't know who said the word, but aggression. I have a problem with females that are timid with who they are and what they want. It's like when you've dealt with grown women and shit like that, and they're like, when they're into you, they let you know they're into you. They let you know that they want you. They feeling you. You know what I mean? But I don't really be into the shy, timid girl that be like, yeah, I don't know. But they talk all this craziness, but it's just crazy. Some girls are aggressive. Some girls are timid. And the timid chicks, they really, you might be cute and all, but you ain't really talking about nothing. And it ain't even gotta be all about like sex or nothing like that. Cause that's never like my key thing. I'd rather know you mentally, because if you could mentally stimulate me, then everything else will lead up. But if you stupid as hell, then you can look good all you want. I could care less. You just a dumb pretty chick. Fuck that. I could do better than that. Come on, that's common sense. But the shy chick and the timid chick, when it comes to dealing with their mate or their man, I think the female letting the man know, yo, I want you. I find you attractive. You sexy. Come here. Know what I mean? There's sometimes that lacks, and that shit is whack. Why is it like that? Can y'all explain that?
It's lust.
Go ahead, Devin.
Oh, you go ahead. I just said that's lust.
You go ahead.
Lust?
It's like lust. It's like lust. Like they see something, they're attracted to it, but they really don't know you.
No,
but they like what they see.
No, I'm talking about you're in a relationship, right? You're in a relationship.
Oh, my bad.
You're actually in a relationship. But it's like, after a while, there's no more zest, there's no spice. It's like, I could just go in the other room and go to sleep and I don't even care.
I thought you were talking about the woman approaching.
Like being aggressive.
Okay.
Okay. Because if a man is aggressive, and pardon me my French, but if a man is aggressive and I feel like, yo, I want some, I'm like, yo, Ma, what's good? Come here. Nah, we're not doing that. Come here. Let me see what you doing. Take that off. What we doing? But the female, I've dealt with aggressive females and I've dealt with timid females. I've dealt with females that'll be like, yo, what you doing? Oh, nah, come through. I need to see you. Oh, word? Say no more. You know what I mean? I dealt with females like that will let you know what they want and when they want it. And then you have the females that they just play fucking salucci's. I'm sorry, for those that don't know what salucci's is, it's just like they just playing around. They tossing something around so you can't get it or some shit like that. But they want to do something, but they don't want to say nothing about it unless you, I don't know. Females aren't as aggressive as men, but I've dealt with aggressive females. I have.
Not Salucci.
Oh yeah, Salucci.
Do you prefer the aggressive?
You prefer? Well, see, so I was gonna say. Let me be careful how I say this.
Speak on it.
I think it depends on where you're from. A lot of guys, let me say, from where I'm from, a lot of guys in Missouri don't particularly like aggressive women. So it depends on that. That's one where you were talking about that topic last show, the where you from aspect. You know, that's a difference. There's a difference in the guys dating wise, because some guys don't appreciate a woman that's aggressive. Some do.
Why not? Hold on. If you dealing with a female, right?
I'm trying to check. Right here.
Nah, I'm just talking about this. If you a guy and you dealing with a female and your girl call you and be like, yo, I'm in the mood right now. What's poppin'? Bring your ass home or come in this room. Then there's something wrong with you. You might be one of them funny dudes, and we don't do that funny shit over here. Cause I know if my girl called me and she like, yo, baby, come in the room right quick. Don't even go in the other room or waste no time. Just come straight in the room. Shit, right. I'm going straight in the room. What are we talking about?
But she's right. Like, I'm from Baltimore, born there, raised there halfway, and moving to the South. Most Southern men like their women to be very timid, and they like to run the show. But if you deal with a dude from the East Coast, they may like aggressive women. Because I like dudes from the East Coast.
Balance.
I mean,
where's the balance?
Like, I can run the show. Like, hey, I'm ready. Come on over here and get what you need to get. And they'll come over here, but some dudes, most Southern guys, they don't like that. They want you to cater to them, and when they're ready, then it's on.
I want my woman to let me know when she ready, and I'm gonna let her know when I'm ready, and then we both gonna make it ready. You heard?
Because I tell my dude I'm ready, and he on a plane. So it's like, he like that. I mean, but he from Brooklyn, so he's cool with that. But you get a dude from the South, well, I gotta work tomorrow. I gotta get up early. I can't come over there. You live too far. Like, nah.
You know what my thoughts are for that? Nigga, you gay.
Don't listen to his.
Oh shit. I be damn. I gotta work tomorrow. I'm tired. My back hurt. Nigga.
That means they with somebody else too.
You better go ahead and do
that's probably what it does. Yeah.
They with somebody else and they occupy, so they can't give you the attention. So they make up excuses. But when a woman comes off aggressive, like, I know what I want, this is what I want from you, men they hide. I'm sure if you have a girl, Harlem, come up to you, but like, this is all I want from you. Are you gonna do it, or are you gonna go away?
Me, who I am right now.
Right now.
Right now, if a girl say all I want from you is just to sleep with you, me the way I am right now, I'm gonna say, 1, you must be on dope or dog food. 2, you need to go to the nearest clinic and have yourself evaluated. Then go to the nearest psych ward. Because if you think you can just come up to me and say that, Hold on. Who is this that's asking me? Hold on. I got
so you ain't so you tripping if Rhapsody said I'm manly.
Now if this is Rhapsody,
what about Rhapsody?
If this is Rhapsody or Selma Hayek or Janet,
okay,
I might have to be their little boy toy, boy.
You might. Okay, all right.
Rhapsody, I love you.
Why is there a difference? Why is there a difference?
Rhapsody, I love you.
Why is there a difference?
Nah. I mean,
why is there a difference?
I think from a male perspective, there would be a difference because if we could have a sexual relationship with a female and that's all they want and they're not looking for nothing else, then that's like a once in a lifetime thing sometimes, especially if it's a beautiful female.
There's a lot of women out there who want that. They don't want the commitment. They just want to get their needs met. They don't mean that they're whores, but they may see you and be like, okay, you're attractive. You look like you're a decent dude. I don't want nothing else but a sexual relationship. You shouldn't have a problem with that.
No,
there's no commitment.
I don't look at females as whores that have that mentality. Because first of all, we're adults and we're all grown. Some people are not meant to have a relationship. Some people are only meant to have a situationship, if that makes sense. And the situation is, we sleep with each other, we may hang out, but we not in no real boyfriend and girlfriend thing. Some people might just want to have a nut buddy, and it's a person that they just call or get their shit off, and then they go home. When I see you, when I need you next time. So it's different strokes for different folks. I can't hate on nobody on how they choose to do what they do, how they do it. And if somebody was to approach me with that, I wouldn't like spaz on them or black out on them because that might be their thing and how they get down. So they want to know if I rock like that. And the only thing I could do is respect it, because as long as you don't come to me in a disrespectful manner, then I could respectfully answer your question and give you the answer like, nah, I'm not really into that like that. Or if I am, then it's like, well, damn, what's poppin'? What's your number? You know what I mean? Set it up. But it just depends on the situation, time, and place, and what you're into. But everything needs to be brought, I think, to the front table at first, so that nobody is pulling a rouge over nobody else's eyes. You know what I mean? So it's like you meet somebody, and you can't just go up to be like, yo, you want to be my nut buddy? Nah, you can't do that. That's fucked up. But what I'm saying,
you ain't never had that happen to you.
We could talk about that in a few minutes, but what I'm saying is that you can't do that like that. But it's like, just have that understanding. Like, y'all can exchange numbers, be cool with each other, talk. But it's like, 9 times out of 10, a female is going to ask first, what are you looking for? I can almost guarantee it. 9 times out of 10, matter of fact, 9.9 times out of 10, the female will be the first one to say, what are you looking for? Because they want to know what your intent is with them, if they should take you serious or if you just another nigga that's trying to smash something. So they're going to ask you that. And in all honesty, my guys, you could do one of two things. You can either lie or tell the truth. You can either say, hey, I'm really trying to get to know you, blah, 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 whatever the case may be, and make it seem like you're trying to get to know them to be with them. Or you could be like, look, I ain't really trying to be in a committed relationship. We can hang out from time to time, and if something leads to something, that'll be between us. But if that's not what you're into, I respect that, and we could just be cordial. Now, I mean, say what's up to each other, but we ain't gotta be on no funny business. It's all about what you say and how you say it. Right. And I mean, I think that's what means most. But be upfront about your shit. Don't sit there and beat around the bush. Don't be crude about what you know what I mean? Don't be crude and rude and nasty about it. Just let them know, look, this is the situation. If you're trying to take it there, then or maybe y'all might be friends and then it might grow into something that you never thought it would grow into. You never know. But it's always better to play your full hand, lay the cards out on the table. That's just my perspective.
Yeah, I think that's the smart way to be about it and do it and go about things. In this day and age, I would suggest no nut buddies though, but I mean that's just me.
Oh no! It's too spooky. It's spooky. It's too spooky for that.
Spooky, 19, 20, and 23, maybe running around, So now I think people are looking at. I guess it just depends on your age, really how you're looking at things, because a lot of the older men and women now, 30s and up, late 30s and up, they're looking at either a companion or somebody to build something with. So most people, let's say I know at least, unless they've just gotten out of a relationship that's been years and things like that, and they kind of like are just getting their freedom. If it's that situation, then they might be looking for just buddies and that sort of thing. But generally speaking, I don't think that a lot of people in that mid 30s and up are looking for, those type of situations.
Yeah. I feel you on that. Salute to the lovely Madame. She just hit me on the back line. She had to step away now.
Okay.
I appreciate her for coming on the show, chopping it up with us here on
Definitely.
Definitely salute to Devin. We've been on for a good hour. I still got a little bit of time to rock out. I ain't really much today. I also wanted to get a answer on the situation. Is there, nowadays, is there still the cat and mouse game that's being played between male and female? Like, does that game still really exist? But why? I need to know why. Like, in this day and age, 2020, why does the game of cat and mouse still exist? Like, cause it's like, if a girl likes you, right, and they know they like you, you know they like you, but they still play cat and mouse, and it's like, why are you playing? Like, holla at me. If you want to talk to me, talk to me. If you want to, hang out, let me know. What are we doing? Like, why is this game still in existence? Let me take another drink, because I'm starting to get aggravated.
Yeah, I'm about to crank up the Hennessy right now.
As you should.
I think sometimes it's, you trying to just get the temperature of the water, because you don't know, it depends on what the situation is that you might be in, but or what other things are tied to the situation that might possibly like hinder you from being, all the way clear about your intentions, because you don't know if it's mutual. So in some cases, people will respond or act like that initially, and it's cat and mouse for that reason, not necessarily because they just trying to play cat and mouse, because who got time for that? That's just not like a thing that necessarily older people, I say, do, mid 30s and up. That's not a thing. Maybe the younger generation, that's a cute thing, if some girl get a like on a picture, some guy, this fly, whatever is into her, whatever, that's a cutesy thing. But as women get older, no, it now becomes, we need to understand the temperature of the water that we're sticking our toe in. Can we put our whole foot in, or we can't do that. We can't go that far, so you just got to understand those things.
Straightforward.
You just, different strokes, different folks. No pun, but
I guess. I just rather.
It is what it is.
So I tell the shorty, stop playing with me. What we doing? Now, it
is what it is, though. Everybody, but if you're not sure of the circumstance, you might do that a little bit, but eventually, you just start seeing what it is after you feel like it's mutual. But a lot of people, they don't look at that. If it's not mutual, then it looks unwanted, it looks weird, it looks creepy, so you got to kind of gauge the water.
You stupid.
I'm just saying, it does. It's like, yo, I'm feeling you, I'm really into you, and it's like, I'm sorry, who is this? It's one of those situations, like, I don't even know who the fuck you are kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, rejection is a thing for women too, so I think some women kind of look at it in that arena as well. It ain't always easy to just be, clear about your intentions, because it is, hate to bring up some weird song, but the Summer Walker song, Girls Need Love Too, is kind of that dynamic. You can't really say you into somebody like that if you think they own game. There's another song she wrote, but it's just
you can't suppress your real feelings.
They'll come out eventually, but the thing is, initially that might be what it is, cat and mouse.
Nah, fuck cat and mouse. I'm laying out mouse traps then. What we doing? I'm laying out mouse traps, you heard? Straight like that.
I'm just saying. I'm speaking from, just what my approach has been in the years before now, and so maybe now too. But yeah, just that's just kind of how it goes.
I hear you talking. That's what it is, man. We in the building, Fresh Poetry, every Wednesday night from 10 p.m. Central to 11 p.m. Central. You can chop it up with us, call up, come on the show. Chime in on the conversation, the topics. We here every Wednesday live. I ain't gonna lie to you. Today was a good day. It was a good show. The topics were on point. I love the feedback and the participation that we got.
Definitely. My ladies are showing up. That's good. The chat room.
Shout out to Donzilla in the chat room. Shout out to Blast Sports Talk. Shout out to SP. Who else we got? Shout out to Mad Dog McGraw. Dog McGraw was in the building. Salute to the homie Mad Dog. Shout out to Miss VA's Finest.
Yeah, there we go.
Miss VA's Finest was in the building. Salute to everybody for tuning in. Devin, you got any last words or advice you want to give the ladies or the fellas before we get up out of here?
I think I'm the last person giving out. I just say, like, if you really are interested in someone and you're looking to build something with someone, just be yourself and enjoy the moment. I really feel like it's important that you travel with certain people. You try to build friendships before you build relationships, because if it doesn't work out, you can always be friends and say, we did it, it didn't work, but hey, we're still communicating. So that would be my advice to people. Just be yourself and find those genuine friendships that can possibly lead to something more. But take your time, enjoy them, get to know them, because we get so caught up in just trying to be married so soon. I don't know if you ever heard the term, the wedding box. My grandmother used to say back in the day, you used to have a wedding treasure box. They already have the wedding plan. You can't plan a wedding with somebody you just met 3 days ago. So just give it time to grow and get to know the person, be their friend, and go out with them and try to see if it's something you can deal with on an everyday basis before committing.
Dope. Definitely. J.Marie, what's your last words of advice you got for the fellas and the ladies?
Keep the approach you got, but just make sure you adjust things as you may need. Communication wise, make sure if you're in a relationship that communication is something that's looked at very, very seriously, and communication with potential mates and things like that. So be honest about your intentions, but definitely let it be known. So that's what your situation is. That's how you roll.
All right. I could dig that. And the last thing that I want to say for the ladies and the fellas is be who you are. Don't try to alter who you are for somebody else, because you be faking and fronting. And it ain't no future in fronting. Y'all all know that shit. So just be real with yourself and be real with the person that you with, or be real with the person that you're trying to get with. And if they don't want you for who you are, somebody else will. Holla at your boy, Harlem Fresh 125 all day, every day. Even though I'm out of state, New York state of mind.
J.Marie Poetry.
Fresh poetry in the building. Salute to the beautiful Madame. Salute to the beautiful Devin. YouTube, Facebook, everybody, Twitter, Instagram. We love y'all. We up out of here. We see y'all next week.